Hello everyone and welcome to Galaxy 89 Cars. Today I'm bringing you an in-depth tour of a 2016 Mercedes-Benz C63 S from Velocity Cars. This car is very well spec'd in brilliant blue with several option packs. In an attempt to comply with emission regulations and create a more economical engine, the new C63 has gone from a 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8 to a 4 litre twin-turbo V8. It is front-engined and rear-wheel drive and comes in two power options. The standard model has 469 brake horsepower, but in this S version, the engine produces 503 brake horsepower and a mighty 700 Nm of torque. This results in a 0 to 62 mph or a 100 km/h time of 4 seconds, and a combined MPG in the mid-30s. One of the factors contributing to this time is the way Mercedes-AMG have located the turbos in the V between each bank of cylinders. It provides a quicker response, but there is still some noticeable turbo lag. The S is 4,754mm long, 1,838mm wide, 1,424mm tall, and has a curb weight of 1,800 kilograms. At the rear, four angular AMG Sport exhaust tips emerge with a minimal diffuser. This is how it sounds in normal and then sport. The S has 19-inch front and back AMG cross-spoke design wheels in matte black with Michelin Pilot Sport tyres and AMG performance brakes. This car also has the night pack, so features a lot of gloss black exterior components, as well as tinted windows. In this model, the wing mirrors are power folding and incorporate side indicators. The small indentation on the door handle signifies keyless entry. There is a small lip spoiler on the rear. It has front adaptive bi-xenon and LED front and rear lights. The key is standard Mercedes-AMG with 3 buttons, one for lock, one for unlock, and one to open the boot. The chrome door handles pull out in a traditional outward motion. The interior is upholstered in black Nappa leather. As this is based on a standard C-Class, getting in and out is very straightforward and requires no extra effort. The sill is illuminated. As with all my videos, I will do a quick POV tour of the interior before going into more detail. The door is of solid construction and is lined in black leather with black ash trim with the seat heating and memory controls, as well as one of the Burmeister speakers. Below this are the electric window and mirror controls, the interior control to lock and unlock the doors, and the door handle. Under the black ash panel is an LED strip for the interior lighting. At the bottom of the door there is quite a lot of storage and a cup holder, as well as the boot open switch. Rising up on the right of the steering wheel are the exterior light controls, and in this model, the control for the heads-up display. It can show your speed and drive mode, as well as directions from the sat-nav. And is controlled from a screen at the front. There are 5 air vents that are directed by twisting the central knob and directing appropriately. The AMG leather steering wheel has Alcantara inserts on the sides that make for a very comfortable and reassuring driving feel. On the right we find the controls for the trip, home and voice commands, and on the left the buttons for the torque functions and volume. This car also has keyless go. The central screen is used to navigate through the navigation, the DAB digital radio, the media functions, telephone and vehicle settings that offer controls for various functions, including the ambient lighting colour and intensity. It is also possible to use the menus at the bottom to access the general settings menu. There is also a dynamic select option that allows the user to see which areas of the car can be adjusted to suit their performance requirements. This display is controlled using either the touchpad, which can be swiped or depressed to access or return to previous screens, or by using the more traditional roller that can be tilted, lifted, depressed and turned. The car has 5 different drive modes: individual, which is fully customizable, comfort, which is the most relaxed setting, sport, Sport Plus and Race. This can all be changed by a press of the dynamic select button on the central column. As we move up from Sport to Race, the car becomes progressively more aggressive, opening the exhaust valves, using the gear paddles and sharpening the throttle response and suspension. This is a comparison between the exhaust valves open and closed in different modes. The drive selector is a stalk to the right of the steering wheel. Simply push up for reverse, down for drive, and press the silver button at the side for park. The C63 has a 7-speed automatic gearbox with wheel-mounted paddle shift, so only 2 pedals are found on the driver's side. The paddle on the right is to go up a gear and the left is to go down. There is another LED ambient lighting strip that runs down the edge of the central column. The front AMG Sport seats are also a Nappa black leather with white piping. With all the adjustment available, they are very comfortable and offer good side support. The car is spec'd with white seatbelts. The rear is much the same, but with a bench seat for 3 that can be reduced to 2 by pulling out the central armrest. I'm around 183 cm tall and found there to be very good space in the rear. There are adjustable air vents in the central column with USB connectivity below. The central armrest has a storage compartment at the top and 2 cup holders. There are controllable reading lights and handles for the passengers. Back to the front. To close the sun visor, simply hold down the button that is behind the rear view mirror. To retract it, depress the button and hold. This is also one way to open the sunroof. The rearview mirror is automatically dimming and is manually adjustable. The driver and passenger each have a sun visor with illuminated vanity mirrors. At the top are the usual reading light controls and phone options. To interior storage. There is a compartment below the analog clock that folds out to reveal 2 cup holders and a 12-volt socket. The central compartment is quite large and offers phone connectivity options in USB. There's netting on the passenger side, a sunglasses case by the rear view mirror, and of course a passenger side glove compartment. To open the boot from inside the car, simply pull the small button on the driver's side door. The official boot capacity is 480 litres, but can be increased by folding the rear seats. There are also netted compartments on each side. There are two ways to close the boot lid, either manually by pushing down, or by using the red button on the top. The boot can also be opened by using the button on the key. If you hold down the unlock button, you can open all windows and the sunroof simultaneously, an extremely valuable function on a very hot day. To reverse this, simply hold down the lock button. So that concludes my tour of the C63 S that can be hired from Velocity Cars. As always, I will leave a link to their page in the description below. Please subscribe for the latest content, and until next time, cheers.